We are live. Hold on. Get something in there. The curtains. Okay. We're still trying to get it right in here, y'all. What's up? Mind Games Uncut pop up live. I'm your host, D Mays. We're in the building. It is 9:05 a.m. in ATL. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna make this real quick because I gotta hit the gym. Gotta stay up on the schedule. Not gonna hold y'all up long. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I know I get a lot of views on my shorts and stuff like that, some videos, but really trying to get the algorithm going up on on these pop-up lives because I'll be giving y'all some good information. Yeah, I appreciate the like. I can't see that. I'm pretty sure it's probably Kathy or either Broken Traditions. How I'm looking, y'all. How I'm looking on the let me see. Let me go on my other device real quick. Appreciate up Kathy B. Let me see how I'm looking. I gotta connect this phone. On y'all just for a second. I'll be multitasking. Just for a second. Let me turn the volume down. Let me see what we're looking like. So y'all know I've been working on different content. I just like I told y'all before, man, I just can't really get into the whole, I just think a lot of us up here just talking, but not really. Okay, let me see how I'm looking. Okay. Check the volume real quick. Okay. That's okay. Cool. We good. I just wanted to check. I'm still working on the light. We gotta get some more lights in here, y'all. I'm working on one panel light, and I had a bunch of lights early, before the fire and everything. But anyway, we here. So we talking about take control of your community. It starts with you and your family. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna touch on some other stuff about the whole. I'm gonna kind of throw it all in there about this whole situation, especially here in Atlanta, all this killing. Just and this black people behavior. And like I told y'all, I really don't touch on when I do my podcast now, I try to like get out of the whole black thing because it's just like everybody talking about the same stuff. And I save that energy for the with the crew with Good Morning Live from After Town, live from LA. Shout out to the UEOA. I save that energy for over there. But when I'm on my personal podcast, I try to change it up a little bit. We all different. You know what I'm saying? We do our own thing, but at the same time, we come together as a family, and that's what we do. So let me touch on the whole thing with these people call it the black fatigue. I know y'all hear that a lot about black fatigue, and it is, man. It's kind of getting, no doubt, Kathy B. It's getting kind of tiresome now, with the whole black fatigue thing, and I'm tired of us making excuses for the BS in our community. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. We got to stop doing that, even if it's our family members, and we got to stop blaming other people for our failures too. You know, let's be honest. A lot of us think this way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us think this way. I know I got one of my videos that got a good bit of views. Let me see. Can I find that video? Hold on. Let me see. Before this phone go dead, let me see some. Y'all probably seen it. I know Kathy commented on. Let me see how much I got. Like 17. Okay, let me see. Can I find it? Just for a second. Let me see. Can I find it? So listen to this. Listen to this, y'all. Let me see. Can I play it? Check this out. Well, two dumb niggas with money doing dumb nigga shit. The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that shot me. That shot me. La 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 is a rat. I don't do no damn fighting. Did I shoot? They're saying you were disorderly. I thought you said you were fighting. You're the one practice. Ask somebody. Ask Offset. You know, ask Offset. I don't even know who the fuck these two niggas are. But apparently nigga one shot nigga two. And now it's news for niggas. Because ghetto shit like this is politics for niggas. Ask a nigga about the moon flyby or what's going on in Iran, and niggas won't be able to tell you a fucking thing. But ask them about two dumb niggas shooting at each other. They'll tell you the behind the scenes details of this nigga shit. Listen here, niggas. We need to stop giving time and attention to niggas like this that don't bring any value to us as a people. What's up, Black Love? What the fuck is this dude wearing right now? How the fuck are you wearing your shirt like this? You're a grown fucking man. And of course this nigga's name is Little fucking TJ. Because these niggas can never just grow up and be Terrell Jordan III.
People like this are a prime representation of our shitty culture. If I had my way, we put all these rappers in the open air prison and then we nuke that motherfucker. Do better, niggas.
And you know what? Some of y'all probably gonna feel some kind of way about that. Now he kind of he kind of go over a little bit, but I'm just saying, can we help those black people? Let me see. Can I? It was a rare footage with Umar Johnson. Let me see some. Let me see some Umar Johnson talks, and I kind of agree with him about. Let me see. I'm gonna put it like this. This might pop up. Let me see. This is it. Let me see. It's a rare footage of him. Um, it's a rare footage of this. Let's see. Thank you. See, it's a rare footage of Umar, and people kind of disagree with him before he, when the school even fell and stuff. But he was talking about. Hold on. Uh, Let me see. Can I put it in? Bear with me, y'all, just for a second. Let me see. The one thing about celebrity they can come out in 2020, they are just as broke as us. They're the ones begging exactly. Let me see. Let me see. I cannot find that damn video. It's an old footage, but he was pretty much saying that we had to eradicate the YNs pretty much. And I agree with him. Like, let me tell y'all something, man. And some of y'all probably gonna disagree. Like y'all know my favorite word. I mean, y'all know my favorite quote. Unfortunately, everybody's not gonna make it. When I say that, I mean it's some black people in our community. You got them in all communities. One thing about me, I kind of balance it out now. You got dysfunctional people in black community, white communities, Asian communities, Mexican communities, you know what I'm saying? But we focus on the black community because the only reason why we gonna focus more on the black community because we more when it comes to group economics and being more organized as a people, we don't even have organized crime. So we kind of at the bottom of the dysfunctionals, you know what I'm saying? See, we try to make y'all sound good. Oh, ain't no black on black crime, and no, it is black on black crime. And shout out to Queen Tina because she knows she speaks the truth on that, and I agree with her on that. We do have black on black crime. You got white on white crime, you got Asian on Asian crime, but when it comes to group economics, it's a big difference. We don't have any economic power. We don't have no real capital in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. I'm gonna read some statistics in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this whole YN crap, we need to stop saying that. We need to stop giving the YNs energy. We need to stop saying that. And I played that video. I know he kept using the N word. I don't use the N word, but the thing is, I gotta play with people how people feel. Then you got the video with your girl Lotto. Y'all seen the video? I didn't post it on my YouTube because I didn't want to get a copyright strike. Go look up Lotto. Y'all probably know who the hell I'm talking about. She's a rapper out here in Atlanta. She just got pregnant by what's his name, 21 Savage. Y'all probably ain't never heard of him, but he's a rapper out of Atlanta and he's married, but he ended up getting another woman pregnant. Yeah, that part. And she's up here doing a concert. What's that song? Big Mama, Big Mama. I don't that. That's all I know. It's called Big Mama, whatever. But anyway, she up here doing like Carter B now. You up here damn near 9 months pregnant, or either 8 months pregnant. She big as a house. You sitting up here with some booty shorts on and gyrating on stage. Like I said on my Facebook, I took it off. I'm not putting negative stuff on my Facebook anymore either. Um, she up here. I tell people the energy you put out, it goes into the womb. The energy a woman puts out, like she doing some got negative things going on, like twerking and just talking all kind of ways and just yeah, it's gonna they found I found They found on rapper and ATL in the car to see she was pregnant. Oh, really? Wow. When was this, Captain B? Man, listen, man, it's so much killing going on in Atlanta right now. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. These people, yeah, it's just, and I gotta, yeah, man. I got some people out here doing some things, trying to. We our nonprofit. I'm gonna give a call. They trying to do like a rally. I don't too much get involved with. We don't too much get involved with rallies and stuff like that. But we're gonna. I'm gonna get in contact with this group. They actually doing a. Let me see. I think I posted on my. Excuse me, y'all, for sniffing. I just early in the morning, my allergies. It's better. It was worse, believe me. But I gotta take my Claritin. Let me see. Oh man, I think I moved it. Let me see some, y'all. Hold on. See, can I find it? Should be in my thing somewhere. Let me see. My pictures. Let me see. It's a walk they're having. Let me see. I don't even know if I even kept it. Oh, here you go. Black Fathers Whiteout Walk for Peace. Peace up, guns down through Atlanta to the Georgia State Capitol. To be announced to be the details coming soon. So I'm gonna give them a call. They're trying to all organizations, community leaders, families, and supporters are invited to get involved. So I'm gonna give them a call. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them a call and see what we can do. It was recent. It was recent incident I saw on YouTube. Okay, gotcha. I'll check it out. If you can, Captain B, can you put it in the description? Put the link in the description if you can. But anyway, man, we trying to do it's so much. Like I said, man, I'm not worried about the white man. I'm gonna be honest with you. The white man, even let's be honest, y'all. He's not even the enemy. I mean, he's not even a problem anymore. That's old. That's old news. I don't even do it. White supremacy stuff. I don't even do all that no more. Because we know it's you should be worrying about Asian supremacy. Asians got more capital than the white man in America. You know that, right? Facts. So I'm gonna read this real quick because I gotta get up out of here. Y'all hit this gym. That's another thing too. I want to start touching on stuff. We gotta start taking care of our health more in the community. I'm gonna probably touch on a little bit of that in a minute. So check this out, man. So listen, first off, like I said, it starts at home. I'm not gonna have too many conversations like this, man. I'm gonna just give it like this. Y'all hit the playback because we can't keep on talking about things and not really doing anything. Like I said, the UEOA, we are putting plans together. And at the end of the day, like I told y'all, we can't worry about every black person. You can't. You can't do that because let me go to tech first. Is this tech? Hold on. We can't worry about every black person. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Yeah. First off, it starts at home, y'all. We as a people got to get our families in order. You know what I'm saying? It's a group of kids up the street from me. It's probably about 7 of them. They be out playing every day when they get a chance. Guess what? They black. Guess what? They don't curse. They don't be throwing trash out in the streets when they're in the playground. I was out doing some yard work the other day. Guess what one of the kids said? How you doing, sir? I haven't heard a child say that in a long time. The kid asked me how I knew they was raised. They got proper guidance. They are raised right in that house. 6 or 7 kids. I heard the parents out there talking yesterday. I was walking in. I didn't hear the woman say one cuss word. My daughter just went to urgent care and they said, "Oh yeah, yeah, the allergies, man." But my getting back to that clarity. I didn't even take Claritin D. I got clarity, and it worked pretty good. My girl had got it for me. My woman, not girl, because I don't know what we call grown ass women girls. It's just your woman, there's your girlfriend, there's your wife, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, the kid's very respectable, very respectable. You know what I'm saying? The kids said, "How you doing, sir?" I'm telling you, man, I was shocked. I haven't heard kids say that to me in a long time. So that's where it started. Let me know them kids are getting raised right in their house. You know what I'm saying? It's 7 of them. I love it. So far, so good. They play every day. They're active. They're not overweight. Them kids are lean because they getting outside. They're not in the TV every damn day watching. You know what I'm saying? It's good. They got little scooter. They don't have electric scooters. They use the real scooters. I love that. So shout out to them parents. Shout out to them, to the family, to the tribe. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like they might be a multiple family stay in the house, but that's cool. That's what the Hispanics do. We gotta get back to them roots, y'all. Black people used to do that. See the thing, you remember how we all used to be at our grandmother's house, like your cousins and stuff. We staying overnight with our grandmother for a couple of days. You know how it used to be? Your grandma would make it work, boy. She had blankets for everybody. We all might be laying in the room, the living room together, sleep on the floor, but we had somewhere to sleep. We stayed fed. Grandmother made sure she had food for us and we ate what she had. We weren't picky to oh, I don't want to eat this. So we need to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Kid want to go to McDonald's, Burger King. You take them there to eat that BS. That's food that's killing us. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all. So like I said before, I said a couple years ago, I think in order for us, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna say it too much. I'm just gonna put the blueprint out there because we can't keep talking about the problem, y'all, and not doing it. See, it's easy to get on a mic and put some headphones on and talk on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or even fan base or all that. But at the end of the day, we just talking. What is the action? Like I said, I'm gonna call these people today about this gun violence going on in Atlanta. I'm gonna see what they're talking about. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I will get involved with this, but I will keep it real with our people. I'm like, look, yeah, exactly, Black Love. And I'm gonna talk to them and say, look, y'all, we gotta do more than just we gotta hold these parents accountable. Like these what you call it? These what's this thing they doing now? These team takeovers. I know they're doing it in Atlanta and Chicago. I'm sure I'm not heard anything from New York or LA, but I'm pretty sure it's more than just Chicago and Atlanta. But these kids, underage kids, 13, 14, 15, 16, th- they breaking the curfew. They out late night running through plazas and downtown districts and robbing people and causing havoc and do that. Let me tell y'all something. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. We was all young before, and I gotta be careful how I say this. You got common sense. Even the dirt I was doing when I was young, I had great parents. I ain't saying good parents. I had great parents. I never had to want for anything. Unfortunately, the area I was living in, the surroundings, you had, your drug dealers and stuff like that going on. Just keeping it real. Even though my father built the first house in that community, it wasn't like that. It actually supposed to be for like prominent people living over there, but you know how it is when they start having Section 8 and stuff like that. And then, of course, crime the 80s that got in the early 90s, and you know how that goes, man. That was pretty much all over America and stuff. Of course, the people I associated with was those type in that type of, they didn't have what I had. They didn't have. See, I tell people, I said the stuff that I did when I was young was more influenced by other guys I was associated with because the thing is, you gotta understand, I had both parents in my home. My dad never cursed in his life. My mom and dad didn't drink, no smoking, none of that. We would have been better living amongst exactly. And guess what? I knew right from wrong, but when I got around my friends, oh boy, it was different. A lot of them didn't have both parents. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them come from single mothers. And it's important, y'all. You got to. That's what's up. But there it is. Oh yeah, like I said, if your parents smoked and drink that, it didn't matter. I'm just saying, if my dad just didn't. He played in a band back in the days. He actually opened before Al Green got started. He used to open for Al Green. We used to travel stuff. So yeah, my dad was a musician. My mom, of course, hands down. I mean, she was on point. My mom was funny. She should have been a comedian. Um, my mom and dad been together for 50 some years. They was they high school sweethearts. Yeah, I gotta get my praise to my parents, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you had their problems. I mean, let me tell y'all something. If you think only and some of y'all are married, It's no way it's a such thing as a perfect relationship or a perfect marriage. It's impossible. You're gonna have disagreements with your significant other. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I was sheltered. I wasn't around drug get. That's what's up, Kathy. Hey, that's a good thing. See, we gotta praise that. Like my thing is, even though so let me put it this way, in my circle, we was good. On the other side, that's where you had all the other stuff going on. But we all knew our neighbors. Like I dated one girl, I knew my mom and dad went to school with her parents. Pretty much everybody, yeah. Everybody in this circle in our cul-de-sac was knew each other. My mom done went to school. My parents went to school. Some most of their parents and stuff like that. And I used to go over to certain people houses and stuff. So yeah, we was good. I mean, like I said, that's when, like I said, the late '80s, early '90s, when drugs kind of got crazy. But overall, I had a good childhood. Christmas and all that stuff. Got what we wanted. Birthday. We traveled. We had a good life. Like I said, I was in karate class. I was in Boy Scouts. All that stuff, man. My mom and dad made sure we stayed active. And that's what I'm saying. It starts in the home. My parents made sure we stay active. We reading books. And we had a mini library in the house. You know what I'm saying? We reading. My daddy got me into the whole thing about black love and stuff like that. And then I got older, I started, taking it to the next level and I started teaching him things. You know what I'm saying? You know what's kind of funny? All the knowledge black people had, all the knowledge we had, for as our elders and stuff. You never heard nobody talk about Black Wall Street, Oscarville, Georgia, Rosewood, Seneca Village, and all them places, right? It's funny, only a few knew about it, but that should have been one of the biggest parts of our history. Like when we was growing up, we should have knew about Reconstruction because I think that would have gave black people more pride. When you got some kind of power, that makes you feel bad about yourself. That's why you see other groups, they would never. Let me tell you something. Other groups, they say what they want. White, Mexican, Asian, Arabs, it don't matter. Nobody want to be in the nobody don't want to be in the current situation black people are in right now. They don't because they know we're powerless people. Not to shoot us down is a fact. You don't have no resources. You have nothing to deal with. That's the problem I have going back to FBA, Solon, or any other group. It can be the 5%ers, it can be the Black Israelites, all that. At the end of the day, we talk the talk, but when it comes to talking about economics, we are told we were slaves. Yeah, exactly. And they said we were slaves from yeah, exactly. And yeah, exactly. So you got to get to the part about Reconstruction. Like I said, we know. Me and Pablo talked about this too. We know that some black people did come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna break it down and see. This is the argument right here. And I really don't want this ain't what the topic about. I'm gonna say this real fast. I just want to throw this out here because I don't know. I don't talk about that much. Talk about this type of stuff no more on my page. But you gotta understand the Geechees in South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Those the one who mostly came over here. You know, on a slave ship. Um, because they kept the traditions of the Gullah tribe in Africa. So that being said, the Gullah Geechee, which Marcel Dixon and all them are Raphael Warnock, he's a Geechee too. A lot of people don't know that. Those people keep the old traditions from the Gullah tribe in Africa. So technically, they come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So but other black people who's already here, that's a different story. So we need to clear it up. We need to because we can't ball all that stuff. Even though the Geechee culture is part of black American culture, but they still carry some of the old African traditions from the Gullah tribe because they just kept the old ways and stuff. So it's cool. And black people are universal people anyway. We everywhere. If you just want to get technical about it. But black Americans do have their own culture. Jamaicans have their own culture. Africa is a continent, so different African countries got their own culture. They having a big Caribbean festival here in Atlanta on Memorial Drive next month. They guess their culture. The what do you call it? What's that? They have the carnival. That's the Belize. That's their thing. That's that. We respect their culture. They respect our culture, and leave it at. See, that's how I do the whole FBA thing. Okay, you respect my culture. I respect your culture. That's it. This is a lineage base. Now let's get to the business. How black people gonna build capital? How black people gonna get resources? You know what I'm saying? How black people gonna compete with the rest of these other groups? So let me read this real quick. Y'all know my brain. Yep, facts all over facts. So I pulled this up. Y'all know I'm heavy in tech. I'm gonna start talking about some more stuff about tech too. Keep our people informed what's going on out here. There's a lot of things going on with technology, and a lot of black people need to know about. You know what I'm saying? So we, how many minutes? We 25 minutes. Wow. Okay. So I pulled this up. So basically, I was saying like how many black people actually in tech. So it say black people are significantly underrepresented in the U.S. tech workforce, making up roughly 12 to 13% of the total U.S. population, which we know about it. The numbers might be a lot higher. Even if we was like 18%, that's still low. So 12, 13% of black people make up the population in America, as they say, right? Only about 7 to 8% of the computing workforce. While representation is growing slowly, black professionals, particularly women, face high barriers in hiring, retention, and leadership, representing just 3 to 4% of tech executives. That's not good. Key statistics on black representation in tech. Total tech workforce, black professionals account for roughly 7.4% to 8% of the tech workforce. Leadership positions, only 3% of executives in the US tech industry are African Americans or Black Americans. You gotta be careful with that too, because when you say African American, you might be mixing in the numbers might even be lower. Because if you mixing in Black Americans with Black immigrants, you know, you know, yeah. Startup and investment, only 1% of venture capital has gone to Black tech founders. 1%. Um, yeah, only 1% of venture capital has gone to Black tech founders, and only 4% of board members are Black. Computer science education, Black students represent only 6% of students in AP computer science courses. That's not good either. Gender breakdown, Black women comprise less than 3% of students earning computer science degrees and 1.7% of the tech workforce. Let that sink in, y'all. Retention challenges, Black IT workers have shorter average tenures, 3.5 years, compared to their non-Black counterparts, 5.1 years. Education gaps. Many Black students attend schools that lack advanced placement computer science courses. See, that's where I draw the line at, because my daughter, now my oldest daughter, didn't go to a STEM school. She went to a magnet pro school because she was in band to get her scholarship, whatever, when she graduated. But my youngest daughter go to a STEM school. Let me tell y'all something, man. Black people that go to STEM schools are totally different. The black kids there, totally different. It ain't that hood mentality. I tell you that right now. They're totally different. I love it. Okay, initiatives and future outlook. Organization like the NAACP and Caper Center, I don't know who that is, Caper Center, are working to increase representation, noting that tech employment is expected to grow, providing a significant opportunity for Black community to enter the industry. But we shouldn't even, I mean, even though we it's not too late. Okay, this is my son. Call him back. Um, so I think we done on that. So let me go to this one. So that pretty much in tech, we got to step our game up, y'all. I think I read before, Black people only make up 4 to 5% of engineers, and you got the Hispanics at 11%. Come on, y'all. That's not good. That's not good numbers. Okay, let's go. Let me see. Uh, okay. Okay, here we go. This is it. Okay, this is the other one. So I pulled up the contractors, right? How many Black contractors? This is very important, y'all, because if y'all, I'm pretty sure where y'all stay at, y'all see a lot of um most of the Hispanics working on the roads, doing the buildings, doing the bridges and stuff like that. That's how they're here in Atlanta, metro Atlanta area. And I'm pretty sure it's like that in any other major city, like LA, Vegas, New York, Chicago. Most of all your construction contract workers are mainly Hispanic. So, all right, let me pull this up. Black contractors represent a small fraction of business ownership in the U.S. construction industry, with approximately 3.3% to 3.7% of employer firms being black owned as recent as 2002 to 2023. So we can kind of update that. This is significantly lower than white owned firms, roughly 80 to 90% historically. Underrepresented compared to Hispanic owned, approximately 8.4%. I ain't gonna worry about the white people. We know they control most of the, construction industry. But listen, black people control 3.3% to 3.7% of employer firms being black owned. Hispanics, y'all, listen to this. We need to start worrying, bump the white people. That's good, your daughter. Appreciate that, Kathy. And she graduated May the 12th too. So this is but the Hispanics, they own 8.4%, y'all, and Asian owns 11.5%. You don't even think about the Asians when it comes to construction, but they own 11.5% of firms. And I get it. I'm not gonna shoot my people down like this because we know a lot of us don't get them loans, them business loans. So that's a big part of it, y'all. And them contracts. See, that's something I do know about with the contracts. With our nonprofit when we was doing we need to get back to the trade. Exactly. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that most definitely. So when we was doing the contracts here in the city south side of Atlanta, we first off we got the politicians in place to get us the contracts. That's the thing. If I tell y'all when we have our shows on the Good Morning Live from Africa Town, that's why I be talking about y'all when we be on the panel, that black people gonna have to start getting involved with politics. Everything revolves around politics. From getting them contracts to if you're trying to get reparations, to you trying to get certain schools. I mean, all that. Anyway, so when we got the contract, we had to bid on the contracts. Lucky for us, we had the people in place in the city council in place to help us push it. It was on our side because you had a lot of white contractors coming in there trying to get that. Because we was doing the contract jobs. We was servicing the landscape in the yards. We cutting down trees. We was cleaning gutters out of people's houses. You know what I'm saying? So that required us to have the people in place so we can get those contracts. See, a lot of black people don't know about that. So they just like, oh, a lot of us, let me tell you another thing too, man. A lot of our brothers didn't get the contracts. Like we tried to, the tree service we had to go through the Hispanics. You know why? Because none of the brothers didn't have their bonding license and insurance like they're supposed to. You can't do contracts like that. You got to have $1 million insurance. You got to have like $1 million insurance policy because if you cut somebody's tree and that hit somebody's house, you got to pay for that. Who gonna pay for that? The city's not gonna. The city will never give you a contract if you're not proper. If you don't have your paperwork in order. That's just the way it is. We had a lot of homeboys that cut trees, but that was what we call it, shade tree services. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have their bundling license, they didn't have the insurance. I said, brothers, y'all got to get y'all stuff. I said, y'all making money. You guys making thousands of dollars. But why y'all don't have bundling license and insurance? Come on, man. You gotta have those things. You can't be up here. That's what I'm saying, man. We gotta get our stuff in order, man. We gotta have our paperwork in order. If not, we just up here talking and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. So we got to bid on contracts. We need to get certain politicians in office to get us those contracts. That's something I know because I dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we lost the contract pretty much because the white liberals didn't want it. We was helping black people and white people. These people had it in for us because they didn't like a certain politician. So they wanted to discredit us and they wanted to destroy the whole program. Now these people, mainly a lot of white people calling us, hey, my mother, she's an elderly, she need her tree cut down. No black people calling too, but boy, they calling us left and right. And guess what? I said, go talk to your city council because they had it in for a certain um city council person. And guess what? Hey, see, y'all, I'm not saying the names and stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, but the thing is, that's how it works, y'all. Politics works. Yeah, man. And guess what? That program, and the program got ended. And then just end that. The program we had for the kids, clean up our community, paying these kids good money. And now when school get out, we don't have it this year. We finna do some other things. We're working on some workshops and stuff we're gonna be doing. But the thing is, You see how white listen, them white people got together, them white liberal Democrats. I'm gonna call them out. They got together and them jokers bills. They build a case up and they got the person we had out of there. Two people actually, two politicians. Yeah, man. But see, black people don't do that. We don't do that. You even the older black people didn't come and vote to keep the program going. They should have flooded the damn city council meetings, but they didn't do that because black people talk a lot, but they're not really doing anything. Let me tell you something. If you got okay, people, most people in here, we all on the same page. This says another one or 201 of us, 200 of us. That's cool. You need hundreds of thousands of black people on the same page. The Jews, the small hats, what you want to call them people, the G men, G people, whatever. What they call them? Like, it's a new word they gave the Jews. You got the real estate agents, the small hats. It's something else. Anyway, think about it. Them people are on coal all across the country, even over in Israel. The Asian community, North Koreans, South Koreans don't like each other. See, this is gonna go back to the FBA thing. Asians and North Koreans and South Koreans don't like each other. Japanese don't like the Chinese. But guess what? When it come down to that bring that Asian power together, they put their stuff to the side. Black people gonna have to do that, man. We're gonna need allies because Black Americans don't have enough resources in this country to pull everything up by themselves. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. But going back to what we was talking about, it starts home, y'all. Build a strong family base, then you can start building a community. We got to build community. Listen, if you got a strong foundation as a family, you go find other black families on the same level that you on. Then you start building communities. Well, before you start building communities, you got to do the barter system. I believe in the barter system. You borrow from me, I borrow from you, I borrow from you. So basically, if I'm a barber, I give you free haircuts if I have an issue with my electrical, anything electrical in my house. You're an electrician, I'm a barber. We barter like that. Somebody who farm, there's somebody who know how to like do carpentry work. We barter like that. Once we build that trust, then we can do business together. That's when the money start getting involved. That's the simple fix. That's all we got to do. That's what everybody else do. I remember if I got here, let me say this. I remember I worked at this company. Exactly. I worked at this company. This Mexican dude, his water pump went out, right? And they got to take the motor out and everything. And people like, oh man, I know you like pissed. He like, no, I'm just gonna take it to my partner's shop. I'm gonna do some work for him, and I'm gonna work it off, and he's gonna fix my car for free. I said, wow, we don't do that. As a whole, we don't do that. It's just a fact, man. But that's something we can do, y'all. Like I said, Dr. Claude Anderson he set the stage. Let me see that. Let me play this real quick. With Dr. Claude Anderson, I'm gonna get up out of here. Damn, but it's almost 30 minutes. Damn. How I be when I'm in a rush. So let me do this. Oops, let me see. I gotta get up out of here. So here we go. Check this out, y'all. There's consequently that everything the whites want is in their community. There's nothing in the black community. It's abandoned, raw, and deprived. And consequently, if I were in a given hospital, if you had a black child born here and a white child born in that same hospital at exactly the same time, you know what would happen then? What's that? That means that the white child would have everything he needs at birth because it's in his community, in his church, in his school, in his family, in his trust account, in his inheritance, in his will. But now the black kid who was born come out and has nothing. W2. That's crazy. Right. Wow. Consequently, that everything. White kids get out inheritance. Black kids get W2s. God damn it. White kids get inheritance. Black kids get W2s. Boy, that's the meme of the day. I got it. Wow. Yeah. Oh, before I got here, see, my grandson, his birthday was last week. Guess what I got him? I ain't get him no toys. I got him a life insurance policy. And guess what? I'm about to get him some penny stocks. Yeah, I'm about to get him some buns. Yeah. I'm setting my first grandchild up. Bump them toys. He got plenty of toys. And my son was happy as hell. Yeah, man. People looked at me crazy when I said that. I said, "Yeah, that's why y'all not in my circle." All right, that being said, I'm out here, y'all. Peace.